These sensitive ass that just came out of this little, I don't know where they come from, but niggas be getting wild emotional. Niggas be turning into big super beasts. Just be trying to have fun.
To ever try to follow me, hit you with no lanes to what you saying, yo. See with that now, nothing but the killer, yo. Yeah, I can hit you better than him. You better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes, yo.
Right? Yeah. You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now.
I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just hold it. So I look, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
They call them fun boys. They said we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, tucked him off in the corner. I'm looking like, well, he ain't coming.
Busta Rhymes is seriously heated right now, like really losing his cool. Word on the street is he's allegedly threatening 50 Cent over some crazy footage that's supposed to drop in 50's upcoming documentary on Diddy. And this isn't just some random, rumor insiders say the footage is damaging. We already know 50 has been keeping tabs on Diddy for years, collecting dirt from all those infamous parties everyone in the industry pretends don't exist. But what's got Busta sweating is that sources claim there's actual video of him, right in the middle of the chaos with Diddy, and that's just the beginning. Months ago, Busta's former bodyguard, a guy named Big Homie CC, aired everything out. He said Busta's been into the fun boy lifestyle for years, and that the club scene always knew. According to him, whenever Busta pulled up to VIP, promoters had specific guys on standby just to keep him entertained, like a lineup ready for him every single time. Now, it's looking like 50 might actually have video proof to match all the talk. Insiders say there's footage from one of those wild parties, and in it, Busta and Diddy are allegedly caught in a full-blown session with multiple men. And these weren't just random guests. The whispers say they were workers Diddy himself brought in. But it gets even messier. Several men are now coming forward, claiming Busta made inappropriate moves on them in the past. They say whenever they crossed paths, he was trying to drag them into a Diddy-style party vibe. And this wasn't just casual invites. They say it was aggressive. At this point, things are looking really bad for Busta. 50's documentary isn't even out yet, but the streets are already buzzing. And now, with Busta allegedly threatening 50, he may have just earned himself even more screen time in the doc. With all this heat on Busta lately, you already know 50 Cent wasn't going to stay quiet, not even for a second. Right before stepping on stage with Busta at the Humor and Harmony Comedy Fest, 50 threw some playful shade that might have been more serious than people thought. He joked that Busta might show up rocking that wild yellow outfit from the 1999 MTV VMAs, the infamous banana suit. 50 even posted a throwback picture of Busta in that loud outfit with a caption, "Busta cannot wear this to Humor and Harmony. Busta, I don't care who made the outfit, you gotta come with something, fly to this show, LOL. But Busta clapped right back. He posted an AI-generated picture of 50 Cent looking goofy with the caption, "I keep telling you, the blessings don't stop, so we ain't ever gonna stop. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this. Don't let me find out this is how you be in the mirror prepping your show outfit." At first, everyone thought they were just trolling each other and having fun, but behind the scenes, it might have been way deeper. Now insiders are whispering that 50 wasn't just cracking jokes. He might actually be holding on to some wild footage of Busta getting out of control with Diddy. But before we dive into that, let's rewind to those spicy allegations about Busta's VIP behavior. If you missed it, Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, pulled up to the Art of Dialogue and didn't hold back at all. He called Busta a super-zest monster and claimed the rapper has been moving suspicious around young dudes for years. Big Homie said it's been one of those open secrets in the industry, especially in the club scene. According to him, anytime Busta got booked for a party, promoters already knew what time it was. They allegedly made sure his VIP section was stacked with exactly the type of entertainment he wanted. Big Homie CC even shared details about one unforgettable night in the club band. It involved none other than actor and model Don Benjamin and one of Don's close friends, who was openly gay. According to Big Homie, the moment Busta locked eyes on that dude, it was go time. He said Busta moved in instantly, no hesitation, and pulled the man straight into his VIP section. Once he was in, there was no getting out. Big Homie claimed Busta was glued to the guy the entire night, constantly hovering, whispering, and making sure he didn't move an inch without him noticing. And this wasn't some rare incident either. Big Homie said scenes like this played out all the time. Promoters were always prepared when Busta was on the guest list. They allegedly lined up the finest men to keep him entertained. Because once, Busta set his eyes on someone. That was it, the night was locked in. Big Homie even said Busta was calling the guy cute out loud the whole night. And Busta wasn't even hiding it, he was bold. Like he didn't care who heard. Once that man was inside his VIP, it was like being trapped in a velvet rope cage. No leaving, no slipping out, just stuck under Busta's full attention. But here's where things take a darker turn. Big Homie dropped a major claim. The industry has allegedly known about Busta's true preferences for over a decade. When asked why nobody ever outed him, Big Homie said it's simple. Everybody wanted to be in that VIP section with Busta. Then came the real bombshell. Big Homie hinted at Busta's alleged history of getting physical with women, something that barely ever gets talked about. And according to him, there might be a deeper layer to it. He suggested that, like many men living double lives, Busta could be carrying internal resentment toward women and, it's allegedly playing out in unhealthy ways. Now, if you think this is just one ex-bodyguard stirring up drama for clout, think again. A whole lineup of men has stepped forward, each with their own wild story about Busta Rhymes. One of the first to speak out was social media personality, Trip Ailey, who went public back in 2020 with a story that had everyone raising eyebrows. He jumped on YouTube and claimed that Busta personally tried to scoop him up one night in New York City, right as Trip was heading to a Halloween party. According to Trip, it started off innocent. Busta pulled up and invited him to slide into VIP. At first, Trip thought it was just some regular club vibes, nothing major. But nah, this wasn't your typical night out. Things spiraled quick when Trip and his friend got into a heated argument. His friend wasn't feeling the idea of going to Busta's party at all. The disagreement turned into a full-on fight right there in the streets. Trip was so shaken by the whole scene that he ended up ditching the plan. No party, no VIP, nothing. His friend wilded out and straight up left him stranded in the middle of New York City. Looking back, Trip said that might have been a blessing in disguise because, with everything that's coming out now, who knows what could have really gone down in that VIP section. Fast forward to 2021, and the streets were buzzing again. Busta Rhymes was allegedly back outside, doing the same thing. Word was flying that he was once again trying to pick up men. Then things got even messy. A paparazzi reportedly caught him leaving a gay pride event, not just alone, but with a trans woman by his side. The pics never went viral, but the whispers, they were loud. And just when things seemed to be cooling down, Orlando Brown came out of nowhere and sent the internet into complete chaos again. He dropped a bomb during one of his rants, claiming he had hooked up with multiple industry men, not just Diddy, but Busta Rhymes too. And apparently, he wasn't the only one. Now, most people usually brush Orlando off when he starts going on wild tangents, but lately, he's been looking a lot more focused in his interviews. If you actually sit and listen, some of what he's saying starts to connect in strange ways. Now, the whole down low talk surrounding Busta is one thing, but here's what really needs more attention: the pattern of Busta putting his hands on people over the pettiest stuff. Just like the stories about Diddy, Busta's got his own long list of incidents that don't look too good. His legal issues stretch way back all the way to 2006, when prosecutors tried to hit him with a weapons charge after an altercation with a random passerby. And that was just one example. According to Billboard, Busta wasn't rolling around like your average celeb. They claimed he had a whole machete stashed in his ride. Like, who does that? But it didn't stop there. Fast forward to 2007, and Busta was right back in the headlines. This time, he was hit with a misdemeanor charge after allegedly roughing up his former driver during a money dispute. And it wasn't just a shouting match, he was actually arrested over it. In the end, Busta pleaded guilty to both the machete and assault charges, and landed 3 years of probation. But the chaos didn't stop in 2009. The New York Post exposed another messy situation. Busta had to pay out $75,000 to a fan. Why? Because that fan claimed Busta threw water bottles at him and told his bodyguard to punch him in the face. And get this, the fan wasn't even causing a scene. According to him, he just showed up at the event hoping to see but when Fab didn't show, he tried to quietly leave during Busta's set. That's when Busta allegedly snapped. Witnesses said he started yelling, "Get down. I'm not good enough for you." That's what Busta allegedly yelled before throwing 2 more bottles and signaling his bodyguard to swing. With a temper like that, it's really no surprise Busta has been tight with Diddy since way back in the 90s. These two have always seemed to move in similar ways, and it might run deeper than just music or business. Because now, people are pointing out that Busta and Diddy allegedly share more than just anger issues. Word is, they've both got a thing for much younger men. Check this out. Billboard once reported that Busta Rhymes was rolling around with a whole machete hidden in his car. Not a Nifa machete, like something straight out of a movie. Then in 2007, boom, Busta was back in trouble again. This time, he got arrested on a misdemeanor charge after allegedly roughing up his own driver during a money dispute. And guess what? He ended up pleading guilty not just to that, but to both charges on his record. The court gave him 3 years of probation. But the drama didn't stop there, not even close. By 2009, things got even uglier. The New York Post dropped the tea. Busta had to hand over $75,000 to a fan who claimed the rapper lost it during a show. According to the fan, he was just trying to leave early after finding out Fabulous wasn't performing. But Busta allegedly snapped. The fan said he stood up quietly to dip out, and Busta started screaming, "Get down, I'm not good enough for you," before hurling 2 more water bottles at him. Then, according to the lawsuit, Busta even told his bodyguard to punch the man in the face. With a temper like that, it's no wonder he's been close with Diddy since the 90s, but yo, this might go way deeper than just shared anger issues. Word is, these two allegedly have something else in common, a taste for much younger men. And let's keep it all the way real. Busta's whole energy around this Diddy situation is looking mad suspicious. When the first allegations against Diddy started bubbling, what did Busta do? He jumped out with a little PSA, telling fans to reserve judgment. Like, why would you even feel the need to say that unless you were low-key defending somebody? And we're not talking about small accusations here. We're talking DVSA, multiple victims, and even mentions of younger individuals. So when you tell people to mind their business in the middle of all that, it makes you look real sketchy. But now that Diddy's whole empire is collapsing in real time, with federal raids, lawsuits stacking up, and an official indictment on the table, Busta's out here acting like he doesn't even know the man. He's dodging questions, playing it cool, pretending like he was never close to Diddy. But let's stop pretending. People remember the pictures, the parties, the decades of club appearances. That history doesn't just disappear. And here's where it gets serious. Word on the street is that 50 Cent's upcoming Diddy documentary is about to drop real names. And Busta Rhymes. Yeah, he's allegedly on that list. And one thing about 50, he doesn't let things slide. He's one of the few rappers who straight up refused to party with Diddy. He caught the vibes early and stayed far away from the shady scenes happening behind those velvet ropes. See, the thing about 50 Cent is he always moves chess style, rushed, always strategic. Just because he wasn't in those Diddy party circles doesn't mean he wasn't watching. He's been taking mental notes for years, clocking every rapper who said yes to Diddy's invites, every face in the room, every VIP moment. And now, his moment has finally arrived. He's about to blow the lid off. Word is, 50's upcoming Diddy documentary is shaping up to be the industry's worst nightmare. No one is off limits. No crew, no clique, no rapper is safe. Insiders say the whispers we've been hearing for years about certain artists getting wild behind closed doors with Diddy are finally about to get receipts attached. And Busta Rhymes. Yeah, his name is definitely on that list. Now, we might not have a solid release date just yet, but here's what we do know. The documentary is being produced by Gionit Films and Television Inc., and it's headed straight to Netflix. So you know this isn't some low-budget rumor. Dump, it's about to be high definition, chaos. And the director, Emmy Award winner Alex St., a serious storyteller who doesn't pull punches. That means we're looking at real production value, real research, and real names getting dropped. But here's where things take a twist. Sources close to Busta say he's already feeling the pressure. Word is, he's been scrambling behind the scenes, making calls, pulling favors, and warning 50 to leave his name out of the project. Like, why panic now, unless you already know what's coming? And let's be real, 50 is not the type to cave under pressure. If anything, Busta's alleged warning probably guaranteed he'll get even more screen time. Because if you know anything about 50 Cent, you know the man lives to prove a point. The second you try to shut him up, he just gets louder, bolder, and way more relentless. So if Busta really is on that list of names tied to Diddy's alleged chaos, there's no way 50 is cutting him out now. In fact, that warning might have just guaranteed Busta front row exposure. Now here's the real question, what's Busta so worried about? If there's nothing to hide, why not stay quiet and keep it moving? Why all the behind-the-scenes panic? Could it be he knows something's about to come out? Or is his name just getting dragged into a storm he had nothing to do with? Let's talk about it. Do you think Busta Rhymes was really involved in Diddy's alleged mess, or is this just guilt by association? And more importantly, is 50 Cent's Netflix documentary about to rock the whole industry and expose secrets that were never supposed to see daylight? Sound off in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who needs to see it, and tap that bell so you don't miss the next explosive update. I'll catch you in the next one, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.